Hello everybody and welcome back for some more Drivers Room Festival of Speed, otherwise known as DRFS. We are here at the final round of this season. We are at Catalunya, Circuit de Barcelona, in, you might have guessed it, Barcelona. It will be the final round of this season, and in which we have seen a lot of action, a lot of drama, and a lot of happiness. I think, I'm not sure actually, but I think Linus has clinched the title only if the Rob's Dog can win tonight and Linus will fall out of the points. Then the Rob's Dog might have a shot at it, but I think Linus will be crowned winner of this season. So, other than that, battle in the standings between MS2 Fast and DJ Rice, fairly close to each other. Between Mr. Sean and RJ Cool, pretty close to each other. O'Reilly and M. John Mercer are very close to each other. So, we are gonna enjoy this race and see if this will give us some action very late in the season. But I'm talking for way too long. You want to see some action, you will get some action. So let's go through the grid order of today's race. In first place we have Lionessy. Then in second place his title contender the Rob's Dog. In third we have RJ Cool. Fourth is for MS2 Fast and fifth is for M. John Mercer. Sixth is for Mickey and seventh is for Mr. Sean. Last but not least, in eighth we have DJ Rice. That is it for the grid order of today's race. Let's see what this race will bring us. The drivers are revving their engines for the final time. And it's lights out and away we go for the final round of DRFS season number 2. M. John Mercer not getting a good start off the line. Dropping from, I believe, 5th down to 7th or 6th now. As Linus holds the lead as they head into turn number 3. Mr. Sean gaining the most amount of places. The top 4 remains the same. And it's Mr. Sean who has gained a couple of places. M. John Mercer and Mickey losing a place, both losing a place. As we now head to turns 7 and 8. Not the easiest of corners to get right, but they get through it cleanly for now. Through it now. It's a matter if they can get clean through it the entire race distance. MS2 Fast chasing down the Retro Racing team, knowing that he got a big challenge ahead of him to get P1. Oh, as he runs wide, almost loses it. He got onto the gravel, nearly binned it into the concrete pit wall. Luckily he can keep his car on the road, but not by much. DJ Rice there in the at the back of the field, not really finding the same pace as the guys in front of him, or maybe he made a mistake. We'll have to see during the rest of the race whether or not he will be able to catch up. Here you can see turn number 9, sweeping right-hander with a little bit more downforce. You can probably take it flat, although not in these cars, that's for sure. Short shifting out of turn number 10. The Rob's dog getting a bit out of shape there. And then the final section of this track. This is the Grand Prix layout, just mounting the curbs. That final sector can have different layouts depending on what vehicles are racing. At that chicane there's a little earlier you can already turn left. That's for the MotoGP racing series, and this one we are using today is also for Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3, and probably a whole lot more series than only the Formula series. Need to pick your braking spot right for turn number 4. If you brake too late, there's a high likelihood that you will understeer and just go into the gravel, as I myself have done that a couple of times. Not the greatest thing that can happen. And Germans are moving now up to 5th place, retaking that lost position from the start, and demoting Mr. Sean down to 6th position, as we see that Mickey has gotten himself a half a second penalty for track limits, probably at turn number 8. Very easy to do so, to run wide. But also there, don't run too wide, otherwise you will get into the gravel. Apart from the fact that you will also lose at some time, and presumably also will get a penalty. DJR is taking it very cautiously. Maybe DJR is fuel saving. Could that be the case? Is he gonna go for a no-stop race? It will be difficult, but it's not entirely impossible. Think how the drivers are looking for now. They might need to do some fuel saving. Although DJ Rush is not really that much better looking for fuel. Maybe he is better looking as a person, I'm not sure. But so far, Linesi holding that lead of this race. Roberstock still in 2nd place. Then their teammate behind, RJ Cool in 3rd place. MS2 Fast still quite close to RJ Cool. MJ Mercer in 5th place with Mickey, now also overtaking Mr. Sean. Will Mr. Sean go for a move up the inside? No, he won't. He keeps his car in 7th place behind Mickey for the moment. as DJ Rice. Now into the final sector. Only last chicane coming up. I'm interested to see his lap time or what that will be. If he is really off the pace or if it is something else. Up to the line, and this is a personal best, a 153.5. Comparing that to the rest of the field, that's actually a pretty good lap time. Well, the top 4 are a lot quicker than that, 1.5 seconds quicker than that, but he is on pace for 5th place, but I think it was the opening lap where he had a bit of a problem or something that caused him to lose a lot of time. MS2 Fast is closer now to RJ Cool than he was the last lap. Still not going for a overtake. Still holding back as RJ Cool goes a bit wide at turn number 12. Ooh, big of a snap from MS2 Fast coming up to the main straight. Don't think we will be able to see the speeds they did last week. But still, these cars are quite rapid, has to be said, seeing that the Formula 1 cars only do 60 kilometers an hour quicker. On the straight it is, for a lap time they are about half a minute quicker. Ooh, RJ Cool sliding a bit. And that will give MS2 Fast an opportunity going down the inside. No, he is not. He actually pulls out of it. Slots back in behind RJ Cool. Now into turn number 9. Also a famous place to get a penalty at the exit of turn number 9. As you can see that RJ Cool got himself a 1 second penalty. I'm not sure if that's for running wide at turn 9 or if that's because he ran wide at turn number 8. But this might help MS2 Fast as he runs it deep into the chicane. And MS2 Fast says thank you very much. Nips underneath. And MS2 Fast is up into 3rd place, but RJ Cool is still very close behind. Maybe he will going for a return move. No, he is not. They are behaving themselves very politely as he gets another 1 second penalty for cutting on the inside of turn number 1. Trying to follow MS2 Fast. As I say, follow MS2 Fast. They both run right at the exit of turn number 3, and that will give them both a 1 second penalty. The penalties are really harsh around here today. Don't quite remember seeing such massive penalties being dished out for track limits. Another battle at this moment in time is between Mickey and Mr. Sean. Coming up to turn number 10, Mickey is up on his personal best 1/10, but he runs it a bit deep into turn number 10, the hairpin. Now into sector number 3. Not a real overtaking sector, if you can say that way. It's more about getting as close as possible to the car in front of you and go for an overtake on the main straight, as Mickey gets the chicane not really the way he wanted to, get himself a half-second penalty for cutting the chicane. That might give Mr. Sean an opportunity to go for a lunge down the inside. Not a lunge. It's evening, not no lunch. Mickey getting another penalty for track limits. So really the penalties are quite popular. MS Tufas is stretching away a bit from MS Tufas is stretching away from RJ Cool. Man, I'm not really warmed up for the commentary. That really shows. As Mr. Sean gets a better run out of turn number 9. And that will move him up a place, up into 6th position. It's a bit all 6s for Mr. Sean. 6th position, 666 as his driving number. I will quickly have a look in the standings. Is he also 6th in the standings? That would be quite something. That would be really interesting to see. No, he is 5th in the standings. RJ Cool is in 6th at the moment, with only 4 points between the two of them. So if the result stays as it is now, with RJ Cool in 4th place and Mr. Sean in 6th, then Mr. Sean will be in 6th place. That's would make for a pretty funny headline. Oh, he runs a bit wide though. Can recover it. As DJ Rice is now really on the pace. He was 1/2 seconds quicker last lap than Mickey, and 1 second quicker than Mr. Sean. So that really shows that Mr. Sean's teammate DJ Rice got some pace in that little, actually it's quite big car, that Cobra of his. And now we have passed the halfway point of this race. Everybody is looking good on his fuel. And in terms of tire wear, not a real option, or it is an option but not really the best option to go for a pit stop now. as the racing hard tires will easily get you to the end, and the wear isn't significant as MS Tulfos got a bit close on the inside, touching some grass. DJ Rice is now getting really close. DJ Rice with the better tire wear, or at least better than Mickey it seems. Is he able to put that to good use and get past Mickey or maybe even Mr. Sean? I think Mercer is a bit far away for that. But who knows, maybe DJ Rice will make or will do something special once in clean air. Oh, as he is now really close. Pulling out already, not wanting to go for the bump draft. You can see Mickey looking where DJ Rice is, as they now head into the braking zone of turn 1, and that is job done for DJ Rice, moving himself up into 7th place. But be careful, Mickey is still there, and Mickey is still able to capitalize on a mistake from DJ Rice. DJ Rice does pin it on the apex, so no possible opportunity for a cutback for Mickey. And now DJ Rice sets his sights on his teammate, Mr. Sean. Maybe they will see that DJ Rice is quicker and also further in the championship. On the other hand, this might be a good position to be in, as if Mr. Sean will swap with DJ Rice, that will be game over for Mr. Sean in terms of the driver standings. He won't be able to get that P5. And the top 4 are just driving on their own now. No real fighting, or no fighting at all. Actually, it's been pretty calm, especially for Lioness and the Robbers Dog. Only the start was a bit tense for them, but that was about it. Also, you can really see what an effect the tire wear has on the lap times. Lap number 3 from Lioness, he was a 1 minute 51.7. His last lap was almost a second slower, and that while his fuel is also depleting. But at this track, I think the ratio between tire wear and fuel depletion is more in the hands of tire wear, so you won't be going quicker, only slower to the end of the race, unless you fit new tires, but that's pretty obvious. Only 7.5 minutes remaining. That will mean that the drivers will do 4 more laps. Yeah, I think 4 more laps. If Lionessy would have been, I think, what would it be? About 10 seconds ahead of what he is now, then he might have been forced to do 5 laps, but we'll see if that's gonna be the case. Roberstoke also running pretty calmly in P2. To be fair, RJ Cool hasn't dropped off that massively from MS Too Fast, although his last lap was half a second slower, so you might see that the gap is gonna grow bigger. Interestingly, Jamus just had his personal best lap of the race, a 1:53.6 on that old tires, those worn tires. Pretty interesting. These guys moving well, not aggressively, but very rapidly to the outside, trying not to give Mickey the toe. Four seconds slower that lap than his personal best. Everybody seems to be struggling a bit now that tire wear really starts to kick in. Although it's only a couple of laps remaining, it is still a question of who will be the who can hold his cool and keep it on the track for that long. Beginning of lap number 50, and I am afraid that Linus will have to go on for a third lap, and I don't think Roberstock has to. I think Roberstock only needs 2 more laps. But we'll see whether or not they are able to do something special. MS2 fast, losing almost 1.5 seconds last lap relative to RJ Cool. That could give RJ Cool the edge if it were to be on the last lap, if the overtake would come. But so far it seems to be MS Tufast who will take the final podium position. Joe Mercy below 10% of fuel. I think he is the first one of the lot to be that low on his fuel. Luckily he will only need to complete one more lap, and I think you can do that with that little fuel. I don't think Arjiku is able to make it for that third place. He might be, you don't know. Robostock also below 10%. But it will be Lionessy. His blinkers of happiness are on. He rounds the final corner. And he will take the final win of this season just before the final lap lights starts flashing. Robert's dog will claim second place. Also a good ride for him. MS Tufast getting a penalty. Will that promote Arjiku up into third place? No, it won't. MS Tufast takes fourth place. And Arjiku takes... MS Tufast takes third. Arjiku takes fourth. And Joe Mercer, I just thought he ran out of fuel. He will take fifth place. Mr. Sean takes sixth. Sliding around the final corner in style, it is DJ Rice who will cross the line in 7th place, and last place, 8th, will go to Mickey. That was this season, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you have enjoyed this season. I really did. Next season though, it will be a new car. A brand new set of tracks. The next season car will be, where is it? Here. The Nissan Silvia Spec R Aero S15 touring car. It's a whole lot of words, but it will sure be a bit more downforce, maybe a bit better acceleration than this season's car. And yeah, we are really looking forward for this car. Not to mention we are moving to Gran Turismo 7. First season there. The PP limit performance point is set to 670, and the tires will be racing tires and the intermediate and wets. So that will be a great season. I'm really looking forward to it, and to not miss any of the action, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell set to all. One of the interesting races we provide, with DRFest being one of the series we offer, or we offer a lot of them, but for the commentary. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, and as I said, please subscribe. It really helps a lot and means a lot to us as a group. And I will see you guys in the next season for DRFS. Until then, I will see you guys and have a good one. Bye bye.